Hey guys, it is Damien again, and here is the second video, or follow-up video for helping you understand the importance of SEO, the search engine optimization, and optimizing listings, and giving you a few tips and pointers on how to maximize what you can potentially do with your listing in order to get found not only on the Google search, but of course through Etsy or Amazon or eBay's own independent search engine that they have within their platform. So here is, I want to go over, this is another one of my clients listing. He was kind enough to allow us to kind of go over it, and I wanted to show you some of the great things that he actually has already done in the listing, and then give a couple extra pointers, some tips and tricks on how to maximize this just a little bit more. So let's take a look at what the product is and how it's set up already, and then we'll kind of walk through it. So remember that on each platform, Etsy, eBay, Amazon, Bonanza, Walmart.com, et cetera, they all have certain types of criteria, certain types of information set up on each of these platforms, such as on Etsy, you can get up to 10 pictures, 10 images. They also have, of course, a title. You've got a description. You can also add variations on the right-hand side here. This is where they would show up. So there's a lot of information that you could put on each listing, and of course, each platform varies. But once you understand it, when you begin to sell on them, you'll understand what you can do with each one, and then figure out the ways to maximize the potential of customers to find your product. Now, I always go back to the keyword tool through Google, and if you didn't see the other video, I'll show you really quick. Let's hop over there. Okay, so here is the keyword tool, and this is free of charge. Google offers this. If you don't have a Google account, you could set up a Google Ads account, and that way you have access to this tool. And it is a lifesaver, guys. It is unbelievable. Okay, so why is it so important? Well, SEO, which of course is, if you're not familiar with it, search engine optimization. It's the ability for you to maximize the information, the data, the images, everything you put online. When you maximize that, it's known as optimizing. When you can put the best keywords that you can find, great images of your products, great descriptions, then it's a really good likelihood that you're going to be found on Google searches much more than someone who doesn't. So this one in particular, we are actually looking at gluten-free. Okay, so the product that we're looking at on Etsy, this is another example. Here it is. Okay, so it's going to be gluten-free cinnamon rolls, which, by the way, cinnamon rolls is like one of my biggest weaknesses on the planet, and these look super crazy good. So gluten-free cinnamon rolls, all right? So what we want to look for on our keyword tool here is any type of word phrases that are associated, as you may have seen on the other video, that are associated with gluten-free. So my first set of keywords is gluten-free. Now, sometimes it could be a keyword or keywords. So either one word or a set of words together, which create a long-tailed keyword, as it's known, which could be 3, 4, even sometimes 5 words, okay? And those are highly searched words, and what we want to do is go to Google and find out, well, how frequent do people look, and how many different variations. So you look on this side of the screen, it's going to give you all kinds of variations that are typed into Google, and then this is the volume. How many times are they looked at? How many times do people go, for instance, celiac disease? 368,000 searches on average a month. That's mind-boggling. So when you create content or a listing for a product online and you're utilizing this celiac disease, you want to make sure you incorporate that kind of throughout, okay? And then as you go on, I won't go through every single one, but you can just see here the enormous, like gluten-free pie crust, for crying out loud, 18,000 people looking. So if you want to get into making products, by the way, really quick side note, if you want to figure out a gluten-free product to make on your own, just go through here and see the popularity of the searches. Gluten-free cereal. You want to make gluten-free cereal? Awesome. Great. If you have a recipe for it, well, guess what? Gluten-free cereal is looked at almost 15,000 times a month. That is 15,000 potential customers for your cereal. You understand where I'm going with this? You see what I'm saying? So this is just, it goes on and on, gluten-free desserts. Do you have a dessert that's gluten-free related? 27,000 searches a month. You know what? As a matter of fact, that is great. I'm glad I found that. So let me show you why. Gluten-free desserts. So right here, gluten-free, this is his title, and it's actually, it's really good. It's very simple to the point. The other thing you want to keep in mind is you don't want to oversaturate it. and I don't want to throw like a curveball at you, but you don't want to write a book up here, okay? The title needs to be a title. That you want to write a book, write your book down here. I'm just making a joke, but your description. You want to write much more information like he has here. This is great. All this information here, okay? You want to fill it up. You want to jam it up. Okay, so here's what I would do. So gluten-free desserts, as we just saw, is highly looked at. Sorry about that. Gluten-free cinnamon rolls. Let me think. Gluten-free desserts. So here's what I would put. Gluten-free desserts, cinnamon rolls, freshly baked to order. Okay. Why the freshly baked to order at the end? Nobody really looks for freshly baked to order. Okay. But it's a catchy description that you want to, or not description, catchy couple of words on the end of your title that really don't have a lot to do with the searching in essence. It's really about the first 5 to 7 words are the most key words when it comes to SEO. But if I were looking for something that was freshly baked, let's say, I don't want something that's been pre-baked and sitting there for a week and I'm trying to buy it. If I look for freshly baked anything and I typed in Etsy's search box, freshly baked, good likelihood, by the way, that this would come up because it has freshly baked. Okay. Not saying it always will, but good likelihood because that's not a term that's used very frequently. But when people look for freshly baked stuff, they want to see it. So gluten-free. And then we have, let's see, gluten-free desserts. There it is. So my title, I would put gluten-free desserts, cinnamon rolls, baked to order. That's it. Leave it simple. That's for the title, at least. You got your price, great. Now, what I would recommend, here's what I would recommend. You want to kind of increase your sales. You want to start getting some money moving quick. Here's an idea. So it comes in the pan that's baked. This is great. Okay, so you got 2, 4, 6, 7 pieces. Okay. What I would do is when you create this listing, or you can actually go back in, by the way, update this listing, is right over here when you have a, when you have a listing that creates variations. You can have one pan for $21.24. It's $24.99 normally. He's got a sale going on. Fantastic. Do 2 pans and maybe 3 pans. And alternate the variations. Create some variations. I know it may sound weird. It's like, well, if I want to sell 2 pans, why don't you just let them buy 2 pans? Because here's what you want to do. You want to increase the sales, offer it in different variations at different price points. And of course, as you buy more, you give them a lower price per unit. So if this was $24.99, let's say about 2 of these. Normally it would be about $25. Let's round it up. $25 each. So if I sold 2 of them, that would be like $50. But I would go maybe even $45, $49.99 for 2-pack and then offer a 4-pack. Now, what you can also do is you can let your customers know, do these freeze well? Because if I buy 4 of them, I'm probably not going to eat 4 of them at the same time, but I like to freeze them and maybe heat them up or warm them up later. So that's what brings me down to the next step. Okay, so you create your variation. Right here, you need to offer a variation. Give them a variety of packaging. This packaging is great, but you need to have maybe, multiples and you get discounts. Now, check this out. Now, on Etsy's search engine, on their search engine that they have within Etsy, it's best to utilize every possible bit of information that you can about your product. The more information, the more precise the information, the more images, the more photos, the better chances you are of getting found. Now, this image is great. It's a good picture. Now, what I would do is take a picture of how is this sealed? How is this covered? How is this packaged? This is how it's presented, okay? And that's great because it's making my mouth water while I'm talking. But how is it actually sealed up? Do you shrink wrap it? Does it have a nice fancy label on the top? Does it come in a bag? How does it come? So some of the imagery down here, I would say at least 2. 2 of your images that you upload needs to be either shrink-wrapped images, a completed package image, something that shows how it's sealed on the top, okay? Use up also, I would take out 1 or 2, put them on a white plate. Not a plate with flowers, not a bunch of decorations, but you got this great wood table, this like rustic-looking table. It's got a table here, right? That's great. Take 1 or 2, put it on a white plate. Set it down on the table. And maybe a cup of coffee with literally, I'm not kidding you, piping hot coffee with steam coming up from the coffee cup. And that's it. And then take a nice angled picture. from the side where you can get a cup of coffee with the steam coming up, and a plate with even potentially a nice folded napkin with like a fork next to it. So it's like a presentation of a table. But don't overdo it. You don't want to do flowers and a waterfall in the back, someone doing yoga. That's not what I'm talking about. Make a simple image where you've got that product in a serving size on a plate with a hot cup of tea or coffee, whatever. Take that picture and put it in there. The one thing that sells food online or sells food through e-commerce is giving, again, the customer an idea of its serving, an idea of its presentation. Because once they see that, they're going to put themselves in that. You know, like a Sunday morning, I'd like to sit at my table, to be honest with you, with a whole tray of these and a cup of coffee and not doing nothing Sunday morning when I wake up. But if I don't see that because of this being the only image that I see, I may not be enticed to buy it. You see what I'm saying? See, advertisers have been doing this forever and a day. I didn't invent this. This is just something I picked up too, and I followed in line with everybody else. Is that the more that you can put this idea and this imagery in the imagination of the customer, the more that you're filling out for them. You're filling that idea out for them, and they're going to want to participate. They want to be a part of that. They're going to want to experience that. This is a great picture, don't get me wrong, but just offer a variety of images. That way you begin to sell the product more. Okay, all right. Now, moving down. So like I said before up here, let's say you've got the variation here, right? And I can buy 4 packs for $30 a piece because I'm buying 4 of them. In your description, this is all great. Good stuff. Okay? It's just to the point. You've got great words. It's irresistible, soft, and gooey. Great descriptive words. So somewhere in here, once you have your variations, say, check out our variety pack. If you're interested in purchasing more than one package, we have them in a 3-pack, a 4-pack, et cetera, however you want to work it. But also spell that out down here in this area, your descriptions. Okay? Now, let's go back really quick. Hold on one second. Up here, you've got your search keyword, gluten-free. Got it? We got it. Okay. Now, go through here and find out words that would be associated with some content that you could create in the description. For instance, gluten-free diet. 3 words, magical words, 74,000 times. All right, let's go back. Now, in your description, you could type in, hey, if you're now having to be on a gluten-free diet, these iced cinnamon buns are fantastic for a nice Sunday morning treat. If you're on a special diet and it happens to be gluten-free, et cetera, et cetera. You see what I'm saying? You're throwing the different terms around and you're creating some content for the description, not just a basic, gooey holiday treat, great. That's cool. That's good. That's good. Don't get me wrong. You're giving the size, 3-inch roll. That's very important, by the way. Give them something else. Give them some content, some information. You don't need to educate them. You don't need to beat them over the head with it. If someone has celiac disease, they know they have celiac disease, okay? But give them some ideas. Hey, if you're gluten-free intolerant, these are a great addition to your diet because they do not have any gluten. They are perfect for people who have celiac disease, et cetera, and go on and on. So you're incorporating these super high keywords. You see what I'm saying? So this is the type of content you put in here, okay? Now remember, this is just an example. Like I said, my client was really kind enough to allow us to review this. So this is an example. If you're making, I don't care if you're making chocolate chip cookies or chocolate pretzels, I do the same thing for my listings. I go to the Google keyword tool, I look up chocolate pretzels, and I look at all the different ways that people look for them and search for them. Then I create a description based around that content because it helps my SEO. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? I'm not going to beat you over the head anymore with this. That is what you need to do, and that will increase. And again, by the way, let's say social media, by the way. So normally, let me see, somewhere, you should probably have as the listing, when you make the listing, you'll have your social media icons right about here. So you want to make sure that you send those over to your social media sites. Attach your social media accounts to your Etsy account, and that'll allow you to get these sent over, okay? So make sure, again, you post this needs to go out to all your social media accounts. Gluten-Free Masters has a Facebook page. Great. Let's send it over to there. Let's get it. Every Twitter, send it on Twitter. Send it on Instagram, okay? So I hope that breaks it down for you, the importance of using those keywords and kind of thinking outside the box. And remember, you're a salesman. You need to sell your product. Don't expect customers just to see it and buy it and see it and buy it. And it doesn't work that way. Okay. So I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys on the next video.